Welcome to the Alchemist Show. This is a student-produced radio show by the digital media class at Perryville Area Career and Technology Center. On the mic today is Anissa Robinson.
And Anthony Kirby.
Today we're going to be discussing about the upcoming movie Wonder Woman. It's about a Amazon princess before she became Wonder Woman, and she was raised on a sheltered island paradise, and she meets an American pilot.
Convinced that she stops the threat, Diana leaves her home for the first time, fighting alongside men in the war to end all war.
And that's when she finally discovers her powers and true destiny. And
if you want to see the Wonder Woman movie in the theaters, it shows up in June 2nd, 2017, which is coming in this summer.
Yeah, so in like about 2 months, I believe it's going to be in theaters.
Exactly.
And well, if you want to go see the movie and stuff, I guess if you're like a big Wonder Woman person, or you just like superheroes or something, I guess you can go watch it and stuff.
Yep.
And well, some actors would be like Chris Pine and Robin Wright, and I believe this movie's a PG-13 movie.
So younger viewers shouldn't necessarily watch it without an adult.
Yeah. And didn't this movie, the trailer, show up on the Kids' Choice Awards this year?
It was shown on the Kids' Choice Award with the host that was John Cena.
Huh. Did you watch that ever? The Choice Awards?
Sometimes I do. But my favorite part of that was always when the host got slimed at the end.
That's always fun.
Yep. They got to saw a sneak peek and a part they weren't going to show in the movie.
So there was an exclusive or something there.
Yes, she could. Yes, where she was going to help. There's just things she couldn't bring.
Anything you want to add to this?
I want to know I hope the movie will be good when it comes out.
Hope so too. I hope it's like one of the best movies of 2017.
It's one of the first Disney ones of 2017 that has came out. I wonder
what now?
I wonder what the next Destination movie will be.
I don't know. What do you think it is?
There are so many left. Of course, I could tell what the next Marvel movie could be.
What would that be?
Probably Ant-Man 2.
I believe they're coming out with the Spider-Man or something.
Okay.
But I think, if you don't have anything else to talk about, I think that's all we have for today's topic. The Alchemist Show will be right back after this important message.
Most of my family, they never graduated high school or even let alone go to college, so I'm trying to break that barrier. My daughter Brooklyn was also a motivation for me to go back to school. Every day after work, went straight to school, studied hard, and it paid off.
At age 26, Kareem finished his high school diploma.
I could not have done it alone. I feel like if I didn't have anyone to push me, I wouldn't even bother to do it. I got one milestone down the drain, and now I got to work on the next. I see the future is really bright for me. I feel like it doesn't matter the age, as long as you go back and get it done. The high school diploma is just added to the confidence, and now I feel unstoppable.
No one gets a diploma alone. You have more support than you realize. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
How to be a great dad in 15 seconds. Bike ride, go fish, walk in the park, phone call, milkshake, play catch, picnic, fly a kite, tell jokes, laugh, talk, read a story, tell a story, bumper cars, swing set, bowling, pillow fight, cut loose, stay tight. Whew. Because the smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today. Call 877-4DAD-411 or visit fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
Call of Duty World War II has been teased by Activision and is supposedly the next Call of Duty game by the game designer Sledgehammer. This has not been confirmed, but we have all guaranteed that this is the next title for the game. Although there is not much about this, fans are waiting for Activision to make it official. Activision's publishing CEO Eric Hirschberg has posted on Twitter that they will have boots on the ground for the next 3 Call of Duty games.
Don't you mean 3 years? Because that's how where Call of Duty comes out every year.
Well, yeah, 3 Call of Duty games.
Yeah.
What do you have your opinion on this? I mean,
I've played some of the original Call of Duty games. I gotta say they're one of the best Call of Duty games you can play. The fact that despite them, I understand them going with the newer games, how they branch on the science, but the fact that you get back in the war and know how you kind of get a sense of feel of how almost defenseless you are without most technology. So
I will say that I played like a lot of Call of Duty games, especially the original ones, from the beginning, whether it be Call of Duty Modern Warfare or Call of Duty World at War. I mean, I loved Call of Duty World at War because not only was it the beginning of zombies, which has been going on for years, but also because, you know, it's originally boots on the ground, you know, it's exactly what is in the whole situation, you know. And I just can't wait until World War II comes out.
If that's what it is.
If it's official, but I guarantee that's exactly what it is.
It is.
It's kind of obvious.
One thing I don't know if they should put this in there, but I would love vehicles, because if you're not gonna give us those cool kill streaks like you do in the new ones, it'd be cool to be able to call in a vehicle that you can actually ride in.
Here's what I want to know. I mean, ever since Zombies came out, I kind of wonder if they're going to be doing zombies in this one, and if so, what exactly would it be?
I don't know. Continue off the World War and all them, where the first zombies probably took off.
But we got to also remember, this is by Sledgehammer, not the original Treyarch. Yeah.
So they don't do. I don't know if they even. I don't think they did zombies.
Yeah, they did. It was Advanced Warfare Zombies with the
Oh,
exo
then they're probably gonna do
zombies.
zombies. It's probably not gonna do anything with that. It's probably gonna be a brand new set of zombies, so they're gonna retell the story.
Probably. I really
What
want
am I
to
seeing?
see.
The old cast? Yeah, the old cast.
Maybe, but I really want to see like really good graphics. Obviously, World at War was horrible with graphics, although it was probably one of the best games.
Me in personal, I would love to see vehicles come in because, well, I mean, wouldn't they make it more like Battlefield then if they had vehicles?
I want to see you be able to take over an airplane just by yourself. I mean,
yeah, that'd be cool.
You know, I know that it's a first person and we get to deal with more of guns and stuff, kind of like from Black Ops 1, you got to control on where your team goes, and also on World at War, you got to take care of gunning, and it was pretty cool. I kind of wish you could do both, though, because...
Well, that would be pretty darn cool.
Yeah. There's not much to talk about it as of right now, only because, you know, it hasn't been officially released. It will definitely be at towards the end of this year for sure. They'll probably release it within the next month or so. You never know. Maybe even this month. You never know.
Why would they release it this month? They're like, here's a little beta test. It's in
not the
polygons.
not the game, but like the release of what it's called. You know, they always do that. They tease you, and then after a couple months of teasing,
Call of Duty Battlegrounds.
It's Call of Duty logic. Then they will announce it, and then later on down the line, they'll give us a beta to play
Call of Duty 9.
I mean, I'm just kind of wondering
That'd be
what
cool,
Treyarch would be.
Because wouldn't this be the night? What number would it be anyway? In the Call of Duty franchise, the number on each by release.
I don't know. I honestly don't know. We've had so many, starting from Call of Duty 1 to
They're so easy to make.
Infinite Warfare. I mean, me personally, I don't like Infinite Warfare. I never really liked all that technology stuff.
And the bundle really made people upset. Like, I had to buy. What you should do is pay $60 for the remastered Modern Warfare, and you should get Infinite Warfare.
I will say I do have the remastered, and I love the graphics. Everything is like exactly the same, just better graphics. It's like the most amazing thing ever.
Also, has weird, wonky-ish kind of controls a little bit.
What do you mean by that? Like
Maybe like the new generation of controllers make it better to move around, more flexible. So it has little controls from that era.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
I can see what you're talking about.
Nothing like throwing grenades and accidentally holding them for too long.
Yeah, instead of shooting it from your arm or something like that, because that's just that's unbelievable.
But,
That's impossible.
Yeah, but we'll have to see.
I agree. I mean, do you have anything else that you want to add to this?
No, sirree, I do not.
Well, I think that is all we have for this topic today. The Alchemist Show will be right back after this important message.
People been saying to your friend, get a different face, and posting on their feed, they're super ugly. The things they say to them online are cruel and they're not true. So tell your friend, I'll stand up for you. Don't worry, I know what to do.
Know someone being bullied online? You can be a witness and make a difference by letting the world know it isn't cool and by letting your friend know you care. Learn more at eyewitnessbullying.org, brought to you by the Ad Council.
It only takes a minute to find out if you may have prediabetes, and you can do it at doihaveprediabetes.org. But you're probably not going to. Nope. I'm sure you've got a perfectly good excuse. Kids, work. I get it. You're busy. So what better time than now? Let's begin. Raise one finger if you're a man. Ladies, none yet. Oh, count in your head if you're driving. Now, 3 more fingers for everyone over 60, 2 over 50, 1 over 40, 1 more if you're not physically active, another finger if anyone in your family has type 2 diabetes, another if you've got high blood pressure. If you're overweight, raise another finger, 2 if you're very overweight, and 3 if you're really overweight. You've just taken the world's first audio prediabetes test. And if you're holding up 5 or more fingers, visit doihaveprediabetes.org or talk to your doctor. There's no excuse because prediabetes can be reversed.
Brought to you by the Ad Council and its pre-diabetes awareness partners.
Hi, the Alchemist Show is back on with another discussion topic. This time it's on our favorite season. On the mic is Caitlin.
And Lily.
And my favorite season would have to be spring. What's yours?
Mine would definitely be summer.
Why?
Well, summer has warmer weather, sunshine, longer days, late nights, staying out, more friend time, parties, adventures, vacations, no school, sleeping in, freedom, summer clothes, tanning, the 4th of July, and new music. And it just has a sort of happiness and excitement in the air. It's a time to make a lot of memories, and you can look back on years from now. It also has positive effects on the body and can help certain health problems because of the increase of vitamin D.
Just like summer, spring, you get natural vitamins like vitamin D3. The sunshine makes people happier. Like whenever you're in the winter, you're like all mopey and sad because you're stuck inside. Unless you go outside, but it's like below freezing most of the time in the winter. And we get flowers, we get rain and water that helps like circulate things more. We wouldn't have the other seasons without spring. You wouldn't have summer or fall or winter because there's nothing to be dead. One of the best seasons to work out in. I think the other one would be fall. Like speaking as an athlete, my favorite season was definitely track because we were always outside in like the nice like spring air and it was just really nice. No more cold weather. Temps usually never go below the 40s unless it's like early spring. You get to move around more hours in a day, more sunlight for the day, and like you get like sunset usually ends out, or the sun usually goes down around like 8 now. I think it's like 7:30ish now, but like when we get later spring it gets into the 8s and 9s. You get all the animals come back, and along with all of the adult animals, the baby ones come out too, because like mating season for animals is usually the springtime, or like not mating season, but like birthing season, I guess, is springtime, where people are happy because of the sunshine. We get fresh fruits and vegetables, which I really love. You get no more dry air and the cold, dry winter air, like that nasty, ugh. You can open your windows finally, and you're not gonna like freeze your whole entire house. Gets fresh air and like, yeah, that's about all I have.
I agree. I mean, like, I love spring a whole lot, but summer just
Yeah,
beats all
and
of
spring
them.
also leads into summer.
Exactly.
So like,
I love both
spring,
of them.
like gets you ready.
So
for,
true.
like, the summer. And
Spring
it's
is
not
a
as
great
hot.
season.
All right. I think that's all we have for today's topic. The Alchemist Show will be right back after this important message.
I adopted Bento in 2010 from a shelter. This cat makes me make art. He's always motivating me to draw pictures of him. He just is motivating artistically. He's my best friend, but a lot of people know him as Keyboard Cat.
Keyboard Cat, YouTube star and shelter pet. Amazing adoption stories start in shelters. Start yours today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org to find a pet near you. Brought to you by Maddie's Fund, the Humane Society of the United States, and the Ad Council.
As an 18-year-old, I let my mistakes kind of take over my life. I was 0.5 credits away from completing high school, and I didn't do it.
10 years later, at age 28, Jackie finished her high school diploma.
When I found out that I was pregnant, I know that I had to do something for myself if I wanted to make her a better person and provide a better life for her. My family never stopped pushing for me to be better because they knew what I could become and who I could become as a person. My support team is amazing. The educational director, my sister, and even my 7-year-old daughter has just been more than the support that I could ask for. I've been given an opportunity, and I'm just thankful for it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Hi, and welcome back to the Alchemist Show. This time at Mike, it's me, Lucas.
And Hannah.
And Nathan.
And here today, we're going to talk about how smart are dogs.
Dogs can do amazing things when they want to. They can guide blind people, herd sheep, and detect cancer and other diseases. Of course, we know that dogs are very intelligent, but just how smart are they really? Dogs have always been considered loyal, highly trainable, and gifted with a great sense of smell for tracking, but not necessarily that smart. In the last 2 decades, scientists in the U.S. have been studying the cognitive abilities of dogs, and they've made some remarkable discoveries. They believe that the unique relationship between man and dog over thousands of years has taught dogs how to read us like a book. They can decipher our gestures and emotions and use that to solve problems. So maybe the smartest thing that dogs have learned is to use our help. What do you guys think about how smart dogs are?
Well, the only time that my dog ever seemed really smart was one time in the winter, and we lost his shock collar, which kept him from going out too far. I said, Drake, where's your shock collar? He starts sniffing around and digs it out of the dirt. Thanks, buddy. Now you're trapped here forever.
Well, I find that very interesting considering how they are able to decipher our gestures and emotions, though, about that. I mean, body language does play into a lot of situations.
Yeah, dogs can really read you. Like, they can tell if you're angry. Like, you found out they, peed on the floor. They know they don't want to come near you because they know they're in trouble.
Not just the floor, but the carpet specifically.
And the couches.
The couches.
But they never figure it out that they shouldn't.
There's one collie in Germany who became famous for being able to recognize the names of hundreds of objects. They would say the object and they would run and go get it and bring it back from a different room. It was amazing.
That sounds awesome. And not only like hand gestures, but also obviously like tone of voice, because you start raising your voice and they'll automatically know that you're mad at them. Oh, dang it, he found out I pooed on the carpet.
Well, that's what I was talking about with body language, because tone plays in with that.
Yeah.
So, what are some other things that you found out about how smart dogs are?
Well, when humans point to an object, a dog follows the direction that the hand is pointing, unlike most animals who just stare at the hand. And I've noticed that with multiple animals. Like, I could point to my cat, and the cat just stares at my hand, but if I point, my dog, like, follows where I'm pointing,
and like goes that direction.
I think your dog just might be special.
He's very smart.
That would
I
also
taught him well.
explain why some dogs, like my dog, whenever I go to fake throw his chew toy, he'll follow the way that my hand's going. He thinks I'm going to throw it.
Well, that's just because he's being fooled. You're mean. You should throw the toy.
I should.
Nathan, how would you like it if the dog threw your food across the room or something like that?
Pretended to.
It's not food, it's my toy. Okay, he throws my iPhone across the room, then I'd be like, no!
Breaks the screen. How would you feel?
I mean, it's not like my phone cost $15 like a chew toy, but ain't.
Okay. So research shows that all barks are not equal. Dogs use different barks and growls to communicate different messages. Dogs can also identify other dogs and humans by their voices.
Oh yes, because there's always those loud ones and there's those little bitty ones.
I've noticed that with my dog as well. Like, if my brother will call for the dog, he won't come, but if he hears me call, he will run. He will run to me because he loves me.
You're the master.
Well, it just shows how loyal the dog is to specific people.
Which is great. I think being loyal is linked with intelligence, honestly.
So I've got to ask, are some breeds smarter than other breeds of dogs?
Not really, although some breeds may be better adapted to do certain tasks. Like, collies may be better for, like, herding sheep than a golden retriever.
Oh.
And then German Shepherds are good for finding drugs. I found the weed, man!
But if you want a list of dogs that most often show high intelligence, that would be the Border Collie, Poodles, German Shepherds, Golden Retriever, and Dobermans. Those are the high intelligence dogs if you want to rank them.
Oh, so now I just got to ask, where's the Chihuahua on that list?
All the way at the bottom.
Good, that's what they deserve to be. So, do you happen to have anything else we could possibly discuss about this?
I think that's about it.
All right. Well, I guess that's all the time we have for now. The Alchemist Show will be right back after these important messages.
What are you doing?
Just sending a gift to Dave 2037.
Who?
Me in the future. I save a little money from every paycheck as a gift to Dave 2037, so he can spend it on things like anti-gravity boots or a hologram Doberman, something cool like that. I think Dave 2037 deserves it. He worked hard. What are you getting Steve 2037?
I guess I was thinking Steve 2037 would just fend for himself.
Well, all right, but don't expect to be borrowing my anti-gravity boots.
You want to have money in your future? You got to start saving now. Putting some money from every paycheck into a savings account or contributing to your 401k can make a big difference later. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free ideas and easy ways to save, go to feedthepig.org. That's feedthepig.org.
Hey, let's just hope Steve 2037 doesn't get his hands on a cold time machine, because he is going to come back here and knock some sense into you.
This message brought to you by the American Institute of Certified Public Accountants and the Ad Council.
You know what really gets a party started? Indoor baseball. Yeah, just find a broom or a pool cue, and you can use like anything as a ball. Cans, bottles, shoes.
Hey bro, toss me that avocado.
Most party fouls are pretty dumb, but if you decide to drink and drive underage, you could lose your license and your freedom. Underage drinking and driving, the ultimate party foul. Learn more at ultimatepartyfoul.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Hi, well, the Alchemist Show is back with another discussion topic. This time on the mic is Anessa Robinson.
And Anthony Gurry.
This time we're going to be discussing about the 52nd ACM Awards that happened last night. It happened on Sunday, April 2nd, 2015, which the ACM's is Country Music Academy of Country Music, and
the host of the show was Luke Bryan and
Derek Bentley, and
some of the awards went to Georgia Florida Line,
Brother Osborne, Jason Aldean,
and Thomas Griffith, to name a few.
Some of the performances were by I believe Casey Ballerina,
Luke
Luke
Bryan.
Bryan, Little Big Town, and Sam Hunt, just as some of the artists. But there's a lot of other amazing artists that have performed last night.
Last night was a full of featuring from what we heard.
Yeah, and the award show, it was filmed live at somewhere in Las Vegas, and I believe one of the first show aired live around the 1960s, which was like a long time ago, and the award shows got pretty good through the last 50 years of doing them.
I believe they distributed 20 awards, correct?
Somewhere around there. It could be a little higher, it could be a little lower. Not really sure on if it's 20, but it could be around 20. And some people got more than one award because there's like best like artist, and then there's like best music video and stuff, and some of the same artists won both awards and stuff.
And the person who got the most awards was?
There's a few, but I think Georgia Florida Line won a few awards at the most. And then I think Thomas Wright had a few awards on that too.
Alright. The awards, what did they look like?
I'm not really 100% sure, but they usually try making them relatable to like country music, since it is a country music award show.
Which award was the best one?
Usually all awards are pretty good depending on like all the nominees and stuff, because you have to get nominated for the awards.
And how many people? And that, if there's no more topics,
I think that's all we have for today. The Alchemist Show will be right back after this important message.
I'm Paul George of the Indiana Pacers. When I was 6, I had one thing on my mind. When I was 6, my days were spent playing basketball every chance I could. When I was 6, my dream was to make it to the NBA. When I was 6, my mom had a stroke. So I want you to learn the signs of a stroke fast. F-A-S-T. F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. S, speech difficulty. T, time to call 911. Because the sooner they get to the hospital, the sooner they'll get treatment. And that can make a remarkable difference in their recovery. I'm Paul George. Protect the ones you love. Spot a stroke, F-A-S-T, fast. Life is why. Visit strokeassociation.org. Brought to you by the American Stroke Association and the Ad Council.
Today we decided to walk to school. At the corner, we waited to cross the street. The stoplight counted down. 15, 41, 31, 13. We took a left on Carroll Garden Street.
Garden Street?
Loud music was coming from a car. Danny's a smart kid, but he gets so distracted.
There were so many other sounds, I didn't know what to focus on.
Danny, Earth to Danny. Suddenly he realized he forgot his homework again.
I left my homework on the table.
At the school steps, we hugged goodbye. I really hope he doesn't have another bad day at school today.
When you can see learning and attention issues from their side, you can be on their side. That's why there's Understood.org, a free online resource for the parents of the 1 in 5 kids with learning and attention issues. Get personalized recommendations, practical tips, daily access to experts, and more. Go from misunderstanding to Understood.org. Brought to you by Understood and the Ad Council.
And welcome back to the Alchemist Show with another discussion topic. This time it's on summer plans. On the mic is Caitlin
and Lily.
So we're going to talk about what we want to do for this summer. You want to start off or me start off?
I'll start. I have high hopes for this summer. I plan on going on lots of road trips and adventures with friends, getting my license in my first job, doing lots of shopping, getting my hair done, changing up my look, which is always good to do on breaks from school, and hopefully even a trip out to my hometown, California, which I haven't been back to since we moved to Missouri 5 years ago. So overall, I just want to make great memories, which is what summer is all about.
It's even like our last summer because we're juniors this year.
Yeah,
so
I
like
know.
next summer is gonna be like our college summer.
So true.
Mine would be to go on road trips, float trips. My family was a very, very big swimming family. Like swimming. So obviously, like my next one's gonna be swimming. Going to the beach, which I do like every single summer. I didn't go to a technical like sand beach last summer. I think no, I did. I went to the Virgin Islands. So yeah, swimming and beach is like a huge part of my family. My dad lived in Florida, so I like spent the whole entire month there one summer. It was amazing. And then swimming, sleeping in, playing in the rain 'cause I love water, obviously. Sleeping in the sun, like sun tanning, just like chilling out, like obviously like not for too long 'cause I don't want to die. Working and making a lot of money. I have 2 jobs now, so like I'm already making a lot of money, and I'm only in school for like 9 hours a day, and I only work for like 4. And shopping, so we're just pretty similar.
Yeah, definitely. I'm sure we'll go on some road trips together, actually.
Yeah, I know. Like beginning of the school year, we're just like, hey, road trips this summer. We're both like, yes. So yeah, I think that's all. Like I really have. Like I can't really think of anything else.
Same here. Can't wait.
Yeah, I don't know. Do you have anything else at all?
Not really.
All right, I think that's all we have for today's topics. The Alchemist Show will be right back after these important messages.
People been saying to your friend, get a different face, and posting on their feed, they're super ugly. The things they say to them online are cruel and they're not true. So tell your friend, I'll stand up for you. Don't worry, I know what to do.
Know someone being bullied online? You can be a witness and make a difference by letting the world know it isn't cool and by letting your friend know you care. Learn more at eyewitnessbullying.org, brought to you by the Ad Council.
It only takes a minute to find out if you may have prediabetes, and you can do it at doihaveprediabetes.org. But you're probably not going to. Nope. I'm sure you've got a perfectly good excuse. Kids, work. I get it. You're busy. So what better time than now? Let's begin. Raise one finger if you're a man. Ladies, none yet. Oh, count in your head if you're driving. Now, 3 more fingers for everyone over 60, 2 over 50, 1 over 40, 1 more if you're not physically active, another finger if anyone in your family has type 2 diabetes, another if you've got high blood pressure. If you're overweight, raise another finger, 2 if you're very overweight, and 3 if you're really overweight. You've just taken the world's first audio prediabetes test. And if you're holding up 5 or more fingers, visit doihaveprediabetes.org or talk to your doctor. There's no excuse because prediabetes can be reversed.
Brought to you by the Ad Council and its pre-diabetes awareness partners.
Hi, the Alchemist Show is back with another discussion topic. This time it is on Injustice 2. On mic this time is Riley Bradley.
And yours truly, Seth Martin.
Alright, let's begin. Injustice 2 is an up-and-coming fighting game being developed by NetherRealm Studios and published by Warner Bros. Interactive Entertainment. Yeah, it's a sequel, actually, to the first Injustice game called Injustice Gods Among Us, which came out in 2013. And it's supposed to feature brand new characters and a new system where they get loot every time you win a match. Or lose, I guess. I only played the beta.
Wonder what the story is behind it.
The story actually is, I don't want to spoil things for the first game, but there's the new bad guys coming around like Brainiac, and there's a society, and they're going to take over the world. Yeah, trying to take over the world. Oh, and Superman's evil.
Of course, they always put him as the evil guy, and then sooner or later he always comes back as a hero.
And they've been revealing characters nonstop for the game, and recently they revealed the 3 characters we haven't seen truly fully. And some of those characters are like, we got Bane, new design for Bane, and he looks pretty dope. He can do an RKO.
Ooh, an RKO?
Yeah, it's a move. And we got Captain Cold, if you're a fan of the Flash, that's a Flash villain.
I think if anybody, I would have to be Bane, and I would verse Batman just to see who can actually destroy. Of course, Batman always wins, but whenever the player takes over, who really wins?
And the other character that we revealed was Scarecrow. And this is cool thing about Scarecrow. Not only is this Scarecrow's first appearance in an actual fighting game where you can play and playable, or the first time he's ever been playable, he's also being to be voiced by the legendary Robert Englund.
Robert Englund?
Yeah.
Dude, that's epic.
Yeah, Freddy Krueger's gonna be voicing Scarecrow, which is pretty cool. One of my favorite lines is, "Let's explore this terror together." Dude, he's got like an amazing voice.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
There's many other characters. We get Poison Ivy, a lot of Batman villains.
I have seen a lot of YouTubers play the beta. It looks fun. I unfortunately was not able to play it, but I will say the graphics are amazing, and like the moves are epic.
It's more fast paced too.
I always love those kind of games. It's kind of like Mortal Kombat a little bit, but
Marvel, you need to do this. You need to make a game similar to this, but don't make it just like it. Crossover Street Fighter, that'd be cool. What do you have?
I mean, DC and Mortal Kombat did a crossover, so why can't Marvel? Marvel's kind of like their own thing. It's like
because they're competitors. They're rivals too. Anyway, there's only one more character left to be revealed for the main roster besides Darkseid because he's pre-order bonus. But in your opinion, who do you think this next character is going to be? This final character that we're going to be getting?
You know, I wouldn't have the slightest clue. It's just there's so many to think about.
I have three.
You have three.
3 ideas who it might be. I'll list them from what I think they are to the least likely. Number 1, I think it's going to be the Joker. We have yet to get the Joker, even though he died in the Injustice universe. That's not really a spoiler. It's in the beginning of the game. So.
Well,
and it's in the comics.
It's different whenever you're versing each other. You should always have the original. You know, with Joker and stuff.
But we don't know if it's Joker or a Joker because there have been multiple Jokers. So.
Well, there's bound to be a Joker.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't escape the Joker.
My second one, the second one I think it is. I think it's Jason Todd, aka the Red Hood.
Dude, I would love to see that. Wait, did they ever do Nightwing?
Nightwing died. They did in the first game, but it was Damian Wayne, which is weird because he's coming back as Robin.
Well, I still think that he should still be in the game.
Oh, he is. He's going to be the premier skin for Robin, which is a skin that turns you into a completely new character.
I was about to say, I would be a little upset if they didn't bring him back.
A lot of people would, including one of the.
I'm sorry, Robin, but I would choose Nightwing
I choose
over
Robin.
you.
He's going to be my main. Anyway, and the third one, this is a character I personally want, and I think should be in the game, Starfire from the Teen Titans.
Yes. I can't imagine, the game without him.
Yeah.
I mean...
All right. And I got the 9 DLC characters. I have a list for those who I think they're going to be, too. But Starfire would be amazing to have. It would be great. And the roster could use another female character.
Yeah,
And no one is as popular as Starfire.
They already put Cyborg in there, didn't they?
Oh, yeah. And we're going to get... when I talk about DLC, I'll have another DLC character that's going to be back in there. Anyway. But yeah, Starfire... there are going to be 9 DLC characters. It's one of the biggest DLC packs, I think, in most gaming packs to do with single characters. Who do you think some of those DLC characters are? We're going to get 3 or 4 guest characters. And I think we're going to get Spawn and Hellboy.
I guarantee Hellboy.
And Spawn, because Spawn's been teased since Mortal Kombat X.
Oh, yeah, he has. I completely forgot about that. It's been a while.
Yeah, they still have the rights to him. They use him in the game. But for DC characters, we're getting Sub-Zero. I think we're going to get a Mortal Kombat character like always.
Of course.
I think it's Sub-Zero. Then we're going to have, I think... There's one more guest character. A Watchmen character would be cool because they're part of the DC. Because they're part of the DC universe now.
Are they?
Yeah, I would want Rorschach.
Everybody's just coming part of DC, and then as everybody knows, Marvel's just their own little corner area. Hey, what? Hey guys, you want to come join? No.
No. And then we got 5 DC characters. I think one of them is definitely gonna be Beast Boy because Ed Boon's teased Beast Boy for a long time.
Beast Boy?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean...
And then, of course, you got Starfire, Joker, and Red Hood, because those are just possible for one slot.
Now, here's what I want to know. Who would be the best whenever it comes down to battle?
Who?
Well, I meant like Batman and...
Batman. Everyone knows Batman never releases.
Red Hood,
Batman, because Batman's already kicked Red Hood in the butt before.
He has, and then he makes Red Hood cry. Because he knows it's true.
He knows it's true. You wouldn't kill the Joker. Anyway. One character I think we have a pretty decent confirmation due to a listing is we're going to get Vixen.
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me all that much. I mean, there's a lot of things that they have really teased about it, and Vixen wouldn't be one of them.
No.
Sorry to say.
Plastic Man would be pretty cool.
What is it?
He's plastic. He's like Mr. Fantastic.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah. Captain Boomerang for Captain Cold or Mr. Freeze.
Yeah.
Anyway, but those are just speculations and stuff. We won't know until they release those characters or until they show the character, and the game comes out on May 16th. Other than that, we have like really nothing to talk about, do we?
Nope, I can't add anything into that. Well, I think that's all we have for today's topic. The Alchemist Show will be right back after this important message.
Most of my family, they never graduated high school or even let alone go to college, so I'm trying to break that barrier. My daughter Brooklyn was also a motivation for me to go back to school. Every day after work, went straight to school, studied hard, and it paid off.
At age 26, Kareem finished his high school diploma.
I could not have done it alone. I feel like if I didn't have anyone to push me, I wouldn't even bother to do it. I got one milestone down the drain, and now I got to work on the next. I see the future is really bright for me. I feel like it doesn't matter the age, as long as you go back and get it done. The high school diploma is just added to the confidence, and now I feel unstoppable.
No one gets a diploma alone. You have more support than you realize. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
How to be a great dad in 15 seconds. Bike ride, go fish, walk in the park, phone call, milkshake, play catch, picnic, fly a kite, tell jokes, laugh, talk, read a story, tell a story, bumper cars, swing set, bowling, pillow fight, cut loose, stay tight. Whew. Because the smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today. Call 877-4DAD-411 or visit fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
Hi, the Alchemist Show is back with another discussion topic. This time, it's on chemtrails. On the mic is me, Nathan.
Hannah.
And Lucas. So, as far as we know, there are two different types of airplane trails. We have our normal contrails that stay in the air for as long as 5 or 10 seconds. And then we have what society calls chemtrails that stays in the chemtrails that stay in the sky for 20 hours. That's made with aluminum, barium, lead, arsenic, chromium, cadmium, selenium, and silver. Once a chemtrail is released into the sky, over time, it spreads out and gives it a cloud-like appearance that the government says are clouds that we have never seen before, when they have been putting these chemicals into our skies for years.
Look at you over there being the conspiracy theorist over there.
Oh yes, it's quite conspiracy whenever they've been doing it since the 1980s, and nobody's ever noticed.
Jeez. I always thought there was something wrong with, the planes always leaving trails behind them and they last for a long time.
Yeah. Well, people say it's conspiracy. Well, I don't necessarily see why. It's just what people have been doing for a very long time. And there was a video that I saw earlier on newswire.com where there was an old woman named Rosalind Peterson, a president of Agriculture Defense Coalition, and addresses the United Nations on them and explains exactly what they do and where they're coming from. She says that they're being sent up by the U.S. government, NASA, and the Air Force, U.S. Air Force, as experiments.
Do you happen to know what these experiments might be?
Basically, it's basically just explained as weather modification. They basically put it up in the sky and try to cool or warm our weather, but it's really bad for us.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot of other government conspiracies, like HARP, for example.
That's basically what chemtrails is. She explains in the video that they're malevolently affecting our crops. And if you think about it, it's not only getting in our crops like corn and stuff, but it's also getting in the oceans like fish that they're eating. We got cows that are eating this, and then we're breathing it in, and then we're eating animals that are eating all the other metals. And then you can say that we got a good, healthy diet, balanced breakfast of harmful metals that can cause health problems like heart damage and eyesight issues, reproduction failures, immune system damage, damaged kidney, liver, and hormonal problems. and many more.
So, yeah, nothing like having a big spoonful of death in the morning.
I know.
So, are these trails done on purpose, or is it just something that happens?
It's kind of up there on purpose. They're just sending it up into the skies, and then, yeah, we have our normal airplanes, but those are like carrying passenger airplanes, whereas we have our different airplanes that are
military, basically.
Yeah, and they go above the passenger airplane altitudes, and they send it higher above the normal cloudish altitudes. Like you can see like really dark clouds, and then you'll have your chemtrails, and you'll see that they're much higher than the regular altitude of a normal cloud.
Out of curiosity, what are normal contrails made of?
Normal contrail? I don't really know. That's a good question. That should be something that for all of us to really look up, and then we can probably tell the difference between the two a lot more than we do now.
Other than seeing if they're there for 5 or 10 seconds.
Yeah, it would bring a much better argument, we're saying.
Do you think there should be like a law against it?
Maybe
Since it's so bad for our environment?
I would say so, but I mean, they've been doing it for so long, so it's not like, I don't see why we shouldn't do something. I mean,
maybe this is what global warming really is.
Yes, or is it global cooling, considering they're trying to cool down the Earth as well?
That's a good point.
The world may never know. Do you guys anything else to say about this, or?
I don't have too much other to say, so I think that's it.
Yeah, I have nothing else to say.
All right. Well, I think that is all. Since that is all that we have for the topic today, the Alchemist Show will be right back after these important PSA messages.